Alright, if you can hear my voice, I'm looking through the Cherokee Nation court rules, and I had a Cherokee Nation acting judge, not a magistrate, I believe, who told me, well, the prosecutor said, oh, we're sovereign, we're Cherokee, we don't do United States rules. Well, it says right here, foreign judgments at the United States are allowed if it's everywhere. There's things that district courts across the states are doing that these district courts have to follow these type of judgments. It even has something in there. Full faith and credit. Full faith and credit. Mm. Uh, well, my federal case got moved from a judge to a magistrate. I don't understand. Get some hashtags on this live stream. But we're looking through the rules. We got the rules of their district court of the Cherokee Nation. We'll go through that. Full faith and credit, foreign judgments. That's where I'm at right now. So, order adopting standards for recognition of judicial proceedings of other sovereigns in the courts of the Cherokee Nation, full faith and credit. What else could this mean? This is like what y'all been talking about. Look at this shit. There's definitions. Federal court means any court of the United States. State court means any court of any state, territory, possession of the United States. Commonwealth, Puerto Rico. So yeah, it's a state court, you would think. But it's also, they got tribal court means any court or constitutionally established tribunal of any federally recognized Indian nation, tribe, Pueblo, band, Alaska Native village duly established under federal law or tribal law, including courts of Indian offenses listed in Title 25. So tribunals. Cherokee court means either the Supreme Court or the District Court, both of the Cherokee Nation. Lowercase here, but all caps right there. Other sovereigns in the court. Interesting. Judicial officer, judge, magistrate, justice, other tribunal duly sated and authorized on the federal, state, or tribunal or tribal law, resolve disputes, enter judgments in the tribal, state, or federal court. Final judgment means any written judgment, decree, order of federal court duly signed by a judicial officer, filed at the federal court. State judgment, tribal judgment. Foreign judgment means any judgment, decree, or order of any tribunal, of any court of the United States, any state, any federally recognized Indian tribe, or any court of Indian offense. Recognition of federal, state, tribal court judgments, full faith and credit, provided that a foreign judgment was not rendered through fraud and the issuing court had subject matter and personal jurisdiction. Nobody does. All courts of the Cherokee Nation shall grant full faith and credit and cause to the be enforced therein any foreign judgment. If the federal, state, or tribal court that issued such judgment grants reciprocity, I don't know. The judgment tribunal courts, it's like an exchange. subject grants in exchange to judgments of the Cherokee courts. The district courts of the state of Oklahoma are deemed to provide full faith and credit to the judgment of this court. So as long as Title 12, Section 728, and relevant district court rules or other successor provisions remain in effect. Filing a federal, state, or tribal judgment, a copy of any foreign judgment authenticated in accordance with the applicable act of Congress, statute of state, or law of the may be filed in the office of the court clerk, district court of the Cherokee Nation because they are charging me with a state statute. The court clerk shall treat foreign judgments in the same way manner as the judgment of the Cherokee courts, and it may be enforced or satisfied in the manner set forth in it. As set forth in this administrative order. So again, it's administrative, it's not judicial. But clearly, they try to tell me that they don't do judgments or rulings. Like if the Supreme Court said it's cool on the American side, the Cherokee Nation side, it's their own thing. These prosecutors are the stupidest shit, and that's why judges are been cussing out prosecutors here lately. Clips of that. At the time of filing of any foreign judgment with the court clerk, the party of the filing, the foreign judgment or party of the lawyer shall make and file with the court clerk an affidavit setting forth the name and last known address of all parties in the action. Promptly upon filing the foreign judgment of the affidavit, the court clerk shall arrange for personal service or mail notice of the filing to the party against whom the foreign judgment was taken at the address given, shall make a note of the attempt to serve the mailing in the docket. Let's see, the notice shall include the name and address of the party filing the foreign judgment, copy of the judgment, indicate the party's lawyer, in addition, if any. In addition, the parties filing the foreign judgment shall partially serve mail. Partially serve or mail. Let's see, a notice of filing foreign judgment. So yeah, they do receive mail. They got my stuff, they said, and didn't put it on the record. And then after I said, hey, wait a minute, they put it on the record. Notice court clerk with intent to file federal state tribal foreign judgment with the court clerk, faith of the court clerk to obtain service or mail the notice of the foreign judgment shall not affect the enforcement proceeding. An affidavit proving service of the notice or mailing of the foreign judgments. Any Cherokee court may make inquiry into the process afforded in the foreign jurisdiction, and whether the judgment was fraudulently obtained or whether personal or subject matter jurisdiction were lacking, no execution for the process for enforcement of a foreign judgment filed. Anyway, then motion to stay. That means they can't enforce anything related to the case while it's pending. When you're trying to appeal or go somewhere else or remove up to a higher decision, they no longer have authority, and the cops can't do nothing until the higher decision reaches a result. And they denied my stay and everything. Still issued a warrant. A Cherokee court shall include part of the foreign judgment paid. Part of foreign judgment interest payable in the foreign judgment under the law pursuant to rendered, cost of warrant, attorney's fee. Cherokee court may also include additional costs. Yeah, right. That's just crazy. So then you got this. Let's see, the initial appearance, bond setting, telephone. Private counsel. Private counsel, there's that. Anyway, communications, sponge order, attorney bond privileges. Yeah, there you go. You can put in a bond and beat this, which what I might do, but I'm in talks with a professional here, so see what he says first. Service of pleadings, dismissal, frivolous pleading. Frivolous pleading, that's probably me trying to enter a demurrer. Motions and briefs, answering on a waiver. See if they got anything in here that's called order to withdraw. Sound like withdrawing a credit application? What is that? Pre-trial order. So they have court reporters. Oh, we're not court of non-record. Jury trial. There's that. District Court determines jurisdiction for a formal hearing on grievances. District Court shall review all requests for formal hearings. Oh, yeah. I'll get formal hearings. Disqualification of judges and trial judges. Disqualification of a judge, claim of mandamus, contempt. Direct contempt. That's weird. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Deposit fees, fines, forfeitures, and the court fine. Agent of useless agent of fund. I said clear. Should be. Let's see what. Here's the court file. Except clerical clerk's deputies within the courtroom, court officials, exhibits. So no exhibit shall be removed. I promise to appear. You make a promise voluntarily. Let's see. Citations may be exposed. Pursuant to that, all cases once the defendant enters a plea of not guilty and arraignment will be set a monthly term. Disposed. It's not dismissed. The defendant will have the following alternatives. Enter plea guilty or plea of no contender. No contest. Approval of the court to waive the right to trial cases. No continuance will be granted by except because shown or original. No attorney's affidavits will be accepted when you get the warrant arrest, which is a violation right there, I think. Except for good cause, I think they have to accept our paperwork, period. Which one just failure to pay costs, fines, fees, etc. Maybe satisfy payment. So they still do the failure to pay, I guess, even though the state changed where you can't do that. A lot of that stuff. So you can't say plead of guilt to traffic tickets, maybe in the clerk person by mail according to accept all cases. In all cases except these. Driving while under the influence, intoxicating liquor or drugs, being an actual physical control of a motor vehicle under the influence, drugs, driving, and the blood, leaving the scene of an accident, not license been revoked from reckless driving. There you go. That's where I'm at. How come I can't? Okay, plea of guilty may be entered for in person or by mail. Unless you're driving without a license, even though I'm entering it in by mail. Fuck this rule. Can't, just like, that's an unlawful charge. In motor vehicle. Person. Same thing, person. Okay. Here, no plea has been filed. They dismiss it. Weird. Inactive case. Attorneys allowed to practice in the Supreme Court of Cherokee Nation required to follow procedures. Codified by the Supreme Court of Cherokee Nation. Let's see. Courtroom decorum. Prohibited all recording devices. Well, that's Supreme Court rule. The court administrator may make limited exceptions. Arguments should be addressed to the court, not to opposing counsel. Weird. Stand when talking to the court and addressed by the court. When examining a witness, stand or sit where the court, witness, jury, or reporter can hear you. Do not sit on the counsel table. Cell phone pages to be turned off. Bullshit. Do not read newspapers in the courtroom. Do not take files, pleadings, or papers away from the court clerk's desk or exhibits from the court reporter unless you obtain permission to do so. Visit the court's finished, depart from the courtroom quietly. If you wish to retire, do not hold conference in the courtroom with your client. Watch the session. Perfect. That's crazy. What's all? Hang on. The judge authorizes or orders transcript the court reporter's notes. Transcripts in a criminal case. Hang on. Attorney bond privileges. Okay. Okay, frivolous pleadings. After the summons issued, the original shall be returned and filed in the case with the court clerk. In those cases where the court has issued a contempt or restraining order, granted injunctive relief, or in other extraordinary proceedings requiring personal notice of the party affected, original order shall be filed with the court clerk. Summons are separate from that. Class federal stat rules of civil procedure, including not limited to process server. Pleadings found to be frivolous, court may on its own motion or at the oral or written motion of the opposing party tax cost in the case. Portion of the cost up to include the frivolous pleading. It's the party filing it. So there you go. At any time you can do a motion to dismiss. What? Or move for dismissal at any hearing for lack of jurisdiction and subject matter. Look, the respondent may file a motion to dismiss at any time prior to the scheduling order or as permitted. What? Prior to the scheduling order, permitted in the scheduling order, or move from dismissal at any hearing for lack of jurisdiction or subject matter. Lack of jurisdiction over persons. Oh my God. Insufficiency of process service thereof. What? Failure of petitioners to state claim upon which relief could be granted. Oh my God. Oh my God. How many papers is this? Let's see. Ice on my T shining like my B. Let's see. How many pages? 28 sheets of paper. No thanks. Page 12. Let's see if we can just do like page 12 and 13 maybe. Same shit. What the fuck? That's what we need, right? I didn't know that was in there. District Court, right there. Tells you how to do motions, and then it's got the most dismissed. Just to clarify. For the party whom petition a motion or lawsuits filed. So they're suing me, technically, for driving without a license. Everything's like a suit. Because it's Cherokee Nation versus me. They're the party. They're the complaint. They're the injured party. First charger. Let's see who's required to answer and respond to it. Now I do the AI, even though it's like, let's do ChatGPT. I don't want to go the uncensored AI. That one's not always family appropriate, so I don't know. Let's see. Uh huh. Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, Cherokee Nation, Eastern Oklahoma, and there's other Cherokee Nations, corporations. Uh, I'm going to show Grandma. I don't even know what's on screen. Oh shit, it says Israel Palestine still. Sorry. Alright, clear as day. There it is. You have the right town jurisdiction. Their district court with the bar association, just like Europe countries like Belgium, all the way to Australia and countries nearby to here, Canada and America, everywhere else. The bar association has taken over, and they tell you straight up. It's hard to find on the American side, but straight up, you've seen it right there. At any time, I can motion to dismiss prior to the scheduling order, or as permitted in the scheduling order. So why would that be there? Why would you be able to, at any time, motion for dismiss for lack of jurisdiction over subject matter? Straight up, what they tell us we can't do, or the judge at this same court said, you don't want to do that. Maybe I should have said Rule 92. I motion to dismiss. It says here, I invoke Rule 92 here. It says that a respondent may file a motion to dismiss at any time prior to the scheduling order or as permitted in the scheduling order, or move. So, so that's one thing. And then it's comma, or move, which is not like anything to do with the scheduling order. Move for dismissal at any hearing. So I'm sure the trial too, right? For lack of jurisdiction over subject matter. Lack of jurisdiction over persons. So honestly, this is probably what I should have put in there. I got all this stuff from Tony. I don't know. This is probably just what I got to do is Rule 92. Failure of petitioner to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. So that would be the state wanting relief from me. Oh shit. So I think that's all I have to do. I don't know. Let's get my grandma in here. And we'll see what goes on. Let's get some music here if we can. A quick song if we can. Or something. I'll throw it back. Oh, might come up, but we're gonna do it. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. I don't want to show the screen though like that. It's the audio. Can't remember which one was. No. I'm both good.
So this website that I'm on right now lets you in real estate for as little as a few $100s. It doesn't require me to deal with tenants or rehabs, and it is
cool. It's one of them. This is all I have, man. Hold them on something of violent, maybe me. That's why love always turns into hating me. All these choices in mine.
I'll be right back.
I look back at how far I done came. I can't even complain, cause somehow I'm still okay. They look in this minute. I step through the doorway. You walk, you a God. I just shut up and obey. They like I come back. I turn around like no way. Some people I left trying to break down my wrong way around. Think my engine's still running. There's more way than one way. They hate me like Monday. Cause people despise what they can't understand. I can't hide who I am. I get high on a Sunday and turn on the sermon. Me mixing the coke and the crown in the back of suburbans. Applied only worse, cause most of the time all the rentals are paid for by churches. I'm talking too much. They gon' call me some vermin. I looked at the facts and this what I determine. You turn up and turn to a whole nother person. I turn up, I get lit and walk in my purpose. They keep trying to hurt me, but I got discernment. They think being humble, hiding what you're earning. Where I'm from, we hide it, cause we know they lurking. Evil people always hide behind the smirking. Know some dirty people who don't do no cursing. Know some flawed folks who really think they perfect, but I know it's really good behind the curtain. You would be surprised if you would see them bourbon. They only use God for their wishes. They treat them like Merlin. I know some of my girls with good hands on their shoulders, but go on to heaven, cause they remain virgins. My partners are cultures, they ain't heard of Spurgeon. I know for a fact we ain't read the same Bible. There has to be two different versions. If God so love the world, then not how it's worldly, cause I am not worthy, man. Who the most sinful of all, and maybe me. That's why love always turns into hating me. All these choices of mine, no one making me. I look how far I done came and can't even complain, because somehow I'm okay. okay. I was lacking in patience, no foreplay. Had to switch up my circle like Corday. Know some shooters who ain't heard of 4K. I wear polo, but I do not horseplay. In my word, that's a double-edged swordplay. I high global, I got fans in Norway. Played your tape for my girl, she just said it was okay. I rap the things that your circle just won't say. I make them jump like they fell for the pump fake. I just drop so you know it's a fun day. Hold on, this beat sound like Darth Vader when he walk in. I can't be for no rapper, I'm harder than. They can tell that the coach put the starter in. They all look like they got it denying his power, but I know the plug put the charger in. Been this way since I used to watch Pepper in. They all salty cause I got the upper hand. Even I question why God use evil men. Man, who the most unful of all, and maybe me. That's why love always turns into hating me. All these choices I know and making me. I look back at how far I done came. I can't even complain cause somehow I'm still okay. They looking disdain as I step through the doorway. You walk, you a God, I just shut up and obey it. Like I come back, I turn around like no way. Some people I left trying to break down my wrong way around it. My engine still running, there's more way than one way. They hate me like Monday, cause people despise what they can't understand. I can't hide who I am, I get high on a Sunday and turn on the sermon. Me mixing the coke and the crown in the back of Suburbans. Apply it only worse, cause most of the time all the rentals are paid for by churches. I'm talking too much, they gon' call me some vermin. I looked at the facts and this what I determine. You turn up and turn to a whole nother person. I turn up, I get lit and walk in my purpose. Cool, they gonna follow me. Yeah. Big step, walk, show me what you're working with. Way less talk, kill the scene, murder it. Lot of white chalk, it ain't my fault. They be throwing salt, I guess we threw them off. Why they mad? Are we bad? Can we dance? Can we hold hands? Is it the best? Can we laugh? Take off the mask, forgive the past. Bald head, cabbage, long hair, ratty. I don't care about status, I'm with Freeba, Radis. Way too fly, carry on, baggage. Promise we the sickest, promise we the baddest. If you're looking for perfect, you might as well keep on searching. They cancel the most deserving, who are they really serving? Gifts are created for stirring, not to be stagnant and burning. Images made for earning, who are they really serving? I want big smoke, wolfing on the net, but up in person, they got strep throat. Here to make a lot of threats, but they don't never step though. Yeah, I'm a believer, by my dollars feel like Creflo. They gon' say that I high evil just because his neck low. Running your mouth, you should be running through a check, bro. Yeah, they curse me out behind my back, but I'm still blessed though. Tell the chauffeur park and let me out right where the guests go. Go rehearse for rough and then we cool until the next show. May rock a hoodie with some slides, we don't do dress codes. Yeah, we free but rabbits, but look like we sound with death row. All the love is showing fake, but still wish them the best though. I know you don't like me, but you still gon' show respect. Watch them prove they're really Christian and reject folk. Thought they show forgiveness, but some things that they can't let go. I don't do religion, wipe them down and disinfect those. Jesus flipped the table that they wanna go dissect on. Always talking about some pro-life, they be dead wrong. Make a post while be left.
I can turn on there. Hold on. Oh, I was gonna wait till it got a little warmer.
It's only like 98 degrees outside.
Alright. Well, hold on.